Hey guys, this is the Color Up assignment. In this video, I will show you the process that I need you to go through with the essays that I will be providing for you, and I will walk you through how to submit them into me properly through Canvas. All right, so the very first thing that you guys will need to do is you will need to be on your Canvas page, and it should look like this. We'll have my video here at the top. And then it says assignment directions, highlight thesis, the examples, and important information in several essays. Do not highlight irrelevant or extra information. The steps: 1, watch the video. 2, download the Word document. Here, this is the file that you'll download. You can either download the file or you can open it through Office 365 if you do not have Word on your computer or tablet. Step 3 will be to submit the altered file on Canvas. So that means that you will have to submit it through this website. All right, so first things first, we click on the file to download it. It will pop up over here, and then you will just open it directly by clicking on it. And it will pop up on your screen, and this is what it will look like for you guys. I have the instructions in here written out and explained as well in case you need to read through them again, but I am going to walk you through it. So this is the essay that I'm going to walk through with you guys, and you will be working with the other essays on your own independently and submitting them back to me. So before we begin, let's talk about the elements of an expository essay. As a reminder, an expository essay is simply an essay that explains things. Expository, explain, it's in the name, if that helps you remember. When we create our expository essays, this is the format that we use. It is the Drapes. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you use it today. I'm just going to refresh your memory because it might be helpful to you. We know that in the first box up here, we have our hook and then our thesis statement. And then we would have our example that we are going to use to prove our thesis statement. Our examples can be books, it can be movies, it can be anything that we use from our personal life. And this first example will be in a complete sentence, and this is also known as your topic sentence. Your example that is very specific that you choose for your essay is going to be the topic sentence of the body paragraph, because it introduces what you're going to be talking about in that entire paragraph. We know that these little boxes are the what, the why, and the how. And all of this here is the information. I'm just going to put info for short. Info for information. All of this stuff are the details that you think are important. And in my class, I always call these the juicy details. Because as we all know, some writers get sidetracked and they start to ramble on things that they feel are important, but they actually have nothing to do with what our essay is actually about, which is your thesis statement. So remember that when you're including the what, why, and how, that you're only giving juicy details. These are the important or relevant, okay? So this is a review really quickly of what all an essay entails, and of course down here we have our conclusion with our X, Y, and our Z. So let's go and start talking about what I'm actually going to have you guys do. All right, so for this colored up assignment, what you're going to be doing is identifying the thesis statement first. So let's review. Oh, this marker isn't great. Thesis statement. We know that a thesis statement, we've talked about it so many times, is one sentence that summarizes the main point of your essay. One sentence that summarizes the main point of your essay, a thesis statement. A lot of you guys probably already remember that, but just in case you didn't, Next thing that you'll be highlighting in these essays is going to be the examples. These are also known as those topic sentences. These are the examples you use to prove your thesis statement. So these are the examples that you use to prove your thesis statement. We know that your examples can be personal examples, it can be from literature, it can be from history, it can be anything that you use that will help prove your point. The next thing that you'll be highlighting it in yellow. I've been trying to color code these like you would for the essay, but they don't make yellow dry erase markers because that would be dumb. You wouldn't be able to see it. So this is going to be in orange, but you'll be highlighting this one in yellow, I believe, on your essays. This is going to be the important information. So this is going to be the relevant details, the important things, the juicy details that actually add to your example. So the important information are the relevant details that actually add something to your example. And then finally, the last thing that we will be making note of, but not highlighting purposefully. So I'm going to say, let's do black. Because, so the extra information. This will be the information that is redundant. Redundant means that it's repetitive. So it's just, you've already said it, so you're just saying it again. Unneeded, pointless. It doesn't add. It's not relevant. It doesn't add to your example. So that is the extra information. And some of you have seen this in writing before. Some of you used to do this. For the most part, you guys don't do this anymore because you all work so hard on your writing. So these are the things that you'll be highlighting. In pink, your thesis statement. In green, the examples or the topic sentences, the things that they're using to prove their point. And then in yellow, you'll be highlighting all of the important information about this example. And then you will leave blank all the extra information that is unneeded, it is repetitive or redundant, or just pointless. So a good essay would have very little blank or no highlighted text, and a bad essay will have a lot of unhighlighted text in it, and it'll be easy to see because you'll be coloring it up with a Word document. All right, so let's look at that Word document again. And 100 files open. This is what yours will look like. I have all of that information up here at the top for you. The key that we'll be using, so pink will be the thesis statement, green will be the examples, yellow will be the important information, and then you'll leave white the extra or unneeded information. So I have boxed each paragraph of this example essay to separate it. Your essays will not be boxed, they will just be separated by indentations to indicate the different paragraphs. So this is an essay typed or copied word for word, errors and all, from a student that was submitted from 2013 maybe, or 15, I'm not sure, but it was an actual student's essay. So again, the key is up here at the top, just as a reminder. We'll just start from the top and work our way through. It says, the true definition of having a great friendship is having trust, loyalty, and having fun. Great friendships don't happen often, so when you come across one, better keep it. It's better to have a friend than to be right. This essay was asking students to describe true friendship. So it said, their prompt said, write an essay describing true friendship and what it means to you. And this was their answer. Right off the bat, we see The true friendship, or the true definition of having a great friendship, is having trust, loyalty, and having fun. Great friendships don't happen often, so when you come across one, better keep it. This is more, it just seems to be advice, so this must be our thesis statement. And keep in mind, a student wrote this from Santa Fe, so don't be judgmental. We're going to highlight the thesis statement pink. Not change the text color, we're going to highlight it. So the highlight button is up here. You'll just select the pink, and that will be your thesis statement. This is just, I guess, would be his hook, but for some reason his hook is underneath his thesis statement. Typically we see our hooks first. For our first body paragraph, it says, first, trust is a number one key to have a true friendship. If you can't have trust in your friendship, then why be friends? You can tell that person anything, they will keep it. Trust will bring you both closer as friends, and you will be reliable. If you are best friends, then you know you can rely on each other. So for this sentence, to me, it seems like this is our example, because he's talking about the key thing, trust, which was also up here in his thesis statement. So we said that our topic sentences were going to be green, I believe. Let me look at my notes. Yeah. So our examples are green. His example is trust. And then he has, if you can't have trust in your friendships, then why be friends? You can tell that person anything and they will keep it. Trust will bring you both closer as friends, and you will be reliable. If you're best friends, then you know you can rely on each other. All right, so this up here, this first sentence would be our first example of just extra information that's not really super important. This sentence would be considered important information because he actually starts talking about what he's talking about, trust. He says, you can tell that person anything and they will keep it. That's part of the trust that he's talking about. He also says trust will bring you both closer as friends and you will be reliable. This would also be considered as important information because he's adding to this topic sentence with important ideas that he has. And then he says, if you're best friends, then you know you can rely on each other. So he's talking about this idea of being reliable, and you're only reliable if you're a trustworthy friend. So this is more important information here. So we have our important information that you can see highlighted, and then our unimportant information that is not marked in any way whatsoever. All right, so let's move on to our next paragraph. It says, second, loyalty is also important because you don't want your friend, or you don't want your friend stabbing you in the back. Being loyal means being faithful to a person. True friends will be loyal no matter what. For example, if you get in a car accident and lose an arm, your friend should love you enough to stay by your side. Loyalty isn't something that just comes naturally. You have to work for it. So very clearly, we have our topic sentence up here. It says, second, loyalty is also important because you don't want your friend stabbing you in the back. So he's introducing his next example, and that is the idea of loyalty. And he starts giving details. So being loyal means being faithful to a person. True friends will be loyal no matter what. So he's giving you information on what he thinks being loyal means. So that would be important. For example, if you get in a car accident and lose an arm, your friend would love you enough to stay by your side. All right, so this is important details. And then loyalty isn't something that just comes naturally. You have to work at it. This would also be considered important details. So he had no extra fluff in that paragraph, which was great. Next, he says, furthermore, having a great friendship always requires some fun. Having great relationships means you can be yourself around them. You don't have to cower down and be different. You can laugh and joke around without a care in the world. Also, you can love each other and talk about everything you want without being judged. So he's talking about having fun, which is the third thing that he talks about in his thesis statement. So it is on track. That would be our topic sentence here. And then he says having a great relationship means that you can be yourself around them. You don't just have to cower down and be different. I would say that's adding substance to his topic here. So we'll make sure that we highlight it. You can laugh and joke around without a care in the world. Yes, because he's talking about this idea of having fun again. She's adding to his topic sentence. And then he says, also, you can love on each other and talk about anything you want without being judged. Always requires some fun. Okay, I would say that adds to that too. So this is a pretty solid essay. You see, there's only a little bit of unhighlighted space. There's only a little bit of extra information for each of the paragraphs. It was 4, I believe. And then we have our conclusion at the bottom here. It says true friendships are once in a blue moon. Keeping them is the hardest thing to do. These kinds of friendships require trust, loyalty, and having fun. People that are fun and loving are the best friends to keep. All right, so this would be done. We've highlighted all the things that I've asked you to look at, which was the thesis statement in pink, the examples or topic sentences in green, and then the important information in yellow, and then we don't touch the extra information, the fluff, because it's not important. And they did a great job with this essay. So what you guys will be doing is going through the same process. You'll go through these essays and identify all of them to highlight. All you'll do is just select the area that you want to highlight and then click on it up here, the color that you would like it to be. So you'll either be using pink, green, or yellow. There are 1, 2, 3 essays for you to read through and highlight, and then you'll be turning it into me through Canvas. There are instructions down here that tell you how to turn it in. It says when you've completed the highlighting, save this file on your computer as your last name, first name, then color it up. In my example, looks like this. Kuniger Kayla, color it up. You'll save it on your computer as that file, and then you will go to Canvas and you'll click Submit Assignment. It looks just like this, and it's at the top of the page. Submit Assignment. You'll click on it, and you'll have to upload it. You'll have to click the button that says Choose File, and then you will click on the file that you just saved, and then hit Submit Assignment. And if you have any comments that you need to add that I can see them, you'll put them there. So that's what you'll be doing. All right. Good luck.